Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So, in last episode, we were in round one up against the Philadelphia Flyers. Unfortunately, we lost in 6 games just because we lost Sergei Ulanov for like the remainder of the playoffs with like a broken leg injury. So that made us lose because Nedeljkovic was horrible in that playoff series. He was the one that came in and replaced Stenlak. We also played Sven for like 1 game. But as you can see, Nedeljkovic was 0-3 with an 882 save percentage and a 4.11 goals against average, which is very, very horrible. So yeah, it's because of him we lost. Because like, look how good Ulanov was playing before his injury. Like, he was playing like he could have potentially went on to win a Conn Smythe. Sorry about that. So yeah, anyways, and Sven didn't play that good in his first ever playoff game, but he's only a 77 overall, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, so anyways, we're up here in the year 8 off season, I think it is now. Looking to probably make quite a few changes this off season. So there is going to be at least like 3 or 4 players we're going to be releasing, and then we're going to also be trading away some players just for like draft picks probably. It's just because we have a lot of prospects that could be ready in next season. So the players we are going to be releasing this year though include Kasperi Kapanen, Julian Gauthier, Victor Rask, and Nicholas Waugh. Those guys are all going to be gone. And then we are going to be trading away people like Adrian Kempe, potentially Hayden Fleury, and then also for sure Jacob Slavin. So yeah, that's what we're going to get rid of this year, just because we have people like Poirier, Erzberg, and Whitmore who are all ready for the forward core. And then there's also a couple of guys like Gibbons and stuff for the defensive core potentially. So yeah, we're going to get into this draft, and we're going to make some trades right off the get-go before we even do our draft picks. So we are going to first try and trade away Slavin right now because he's got 2 years left, which is a perfect time frame. That's like 1 season pretty much, so he's definitely going to help out whoever he goes to. And he actually has a pretty nice low to trade value here too. And he's not making a bad salary, so it's not like a team's not going to want to retain money and stuff like that. So we should be able to find a team easily that wants him, and we're literally only going to trade for like picks. So who has actually a good pick this year? Let's check the picks first, because maybe we could get a top 10 pick with it. So let's see, maybe we could get even 7th or something. Let's offer for the, let's try for the 6th first. I don't know if we could get a 6 for Slavin. How much trade value is that? That's quite a bit. Let's try Nashville's 7th, because Nashville I think has 2 first-round picks again this year. Just so you know, this might be a bit of a longer episode as well, guys, because there's a lot of stuff that we have to do for this team for the upcoming season. So yeah, they have the 13th overall pick as well. We might be able to trade for that instead, but let's see if we can get a 7th maybe for Slavin. I don't know if that's gonna go through though. I could always trade for prospects, but like I don't know if what we really need, to be honest. And they'd have more than 50 players in the organization, so I'd have to also take back a player. I'll just take somebody with 1 year left on his deal. Yeah, why not this Jersey guy? I don't know if that's gonna go through, but we could see if it does. Rejected. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get the 7th. If we could, that would be nice, but we could try that 13th. That 13th doesn't look like it has a lot of trade value. We might be able to add in an actual better prospect than this Jersey guy. I just don't know which prospect we want to go after. Let's maybe just find another defensive prospect, because some of our defensive prospects are getting a bit older. Somebody that does not have a lot of trade value, that's kind of young. Okay, this Boom Dien guy. Yeah, we could definitely add him to the deal. But what overall was he? 76. He might actually jump to the NHL this upcoming season as well. So yeah, maybe as well try and do this, see if it goes through, and it's rejected. Hmm. What if I just did straight up for the first rounder? I can't do straight up for the first rounder. I guess we'll just add somebody with like bare minimum trade value, because that's like the only thing that seems like we can do. So yeah, let's just add Jersey again, and I guess we'll just do it like that. So Slavin for the 13th overall pick and sweeten it just a touch. So I guess we're gonna have to add in a pick our way, or going back their way as well. So let's just throw in a 7th, because we don't really need necessarily the 7th. And still a bit low, really. You're not gonna get a 4th out of this computer. Don't even try it. 6th. I think they want the 5th, I guess, or a 4th. I don't know why. We have 2 4ths actually. We have one from San Jose. We can keep the one from San Jose because it's 97th, and we'll give up our own. That might work. Yeah, let's do that. There you go. So, there you go. Slavin is gone, and we got another first-round pick this year. It's kind of like going through a rebuild stage, but it's more to help out our young guys get to the NHL. And then we're also going to be trading away Adrian Kempe. I think I'm going to try and hold on to Hayden Fleury for now. His contract ends next year as well, but we might trade him at the trade deadline next year or something instead. But Adrian Kempe is definitely going to go because Rod Fritz is going to take his line. And Kempe's actually got a solid trade value. Maybe we could get back a 3rd round pick for him. So let's flip him maybe to the Ducks. Do they have a 3rd rounder? Skaters matching block. No, I don't want to go there. Draft picks. Yes, they have a 3rd rounder, but it doesn't have a lot of value. We might be able to snag a 3rd and a 4th. Can I add in the 5th? If I could get a 3rd, 4th, and the 5th for him, that's pretty good considering he was a pretty decent steal back in the day. And wow, okay. They say that they're making out like gangbusters, but we're getting 3 picks for a 3rd liner, so that's actually a pretty good deal, at least in my opinion. So there's our moves we're going to make here. So let's see who goes in the top 3. So Isbister goes first. San Jose gets Conroy, and Minnesota gets Corso. So let's sim to user pick. So we're going to offer Krug, Waterspoon, and a 4th for our 1st, and Rathje. Nah, I don't really need those old veteran kind of guys, and especially defensive ones. And no, I do not need Jeff Skinner back. Okay, so with the 13th overall pick, we just acquired from Nashville, who acquired it from Columbus. Oh, this guy's high elite. I think he might be a medium elite. Yo, this actually might be a really good idea to choose this guy. Colton Spiller. He looks actually pretty good. He's got only 1 exact, but it's face-offs. Yeah, I think I want to go with the offensive defenseman, even though we don't necessarily need him. There's also this high elite center that I was looking at before. But I could still go with Corrado in my 2nd pick. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Spiller here. Since he has a high elite chance at being elite, this could be a pretty good pick. So let's see if we get medium elite and medium top 4. So solid 66 overall. So that's going to be a pretty good offensive defenseman for us come a few years. He looks like he already has some pretty good offensive stats. As you can see, his offensive awareness is already a 77. So let's sim to our 2nd first-round pick. We're probably going to auto-sim a lot of the picks, even though we just traded for them. So let's see, did that one guy go? Don't think so. There was another guy I was targeting as well. I can't remember his name now, but I'll find him. He's like an exact top 6 or something. We have him pinned. So we'll go with Corrado for this pick just because we do need more centers. Potentially this guy's also 20 years of age. He's a sniper. He could be pretty good based on those exact stats. And he's a 69 overall, so that's not horrible, not great either. Hopefully he's NHL bound by 2 seasons from now. So let's sim to user pick again. Colin Miller, no thank you. No, I don't want these old veteran guys at the moment. We're trying to keep the team kind of young. No thanks, no Josh Manson. So our 2nd round pick. What was the other guy I had pinned even? Because he looked pretty good as well, but he was supposed to go undrafted, I think. Why is this so slow? There you go. Oh yeah, there was an exact elite in the 7th round as well. This guy's supposed to go undrafted. So it'd be better if I take him later. So yeah, I'm gonna probably take him with like our 6th and then Korea with our 7th if I can. Or well, maybe not with our 7th, but maybe one with our 5th and one with our 6th. So yeah, let's see our 2nd. I guess we'll have to do all the draft picks. So like again, guys, this might be a bit long of an episode. What was our other weakness? I think we need probably more right wingers. Kind of hard to tell. High fringe starter, Jose Sharp. We could always put up another goalie prospect, but you know what? If he's a starter, we could always have him like traded. Yeah, okay, he's a medium starter, so he could be potentially trade bait if we need to. No, I don't want to offer trade. God damn it. Okay, so let's sim to user pick. I think I'm just gonna pick those 2 guys that I wanted next already because we have back-to-back picks, and then we'll auto sim the rest of the draft just because I want to get it kind of done with. Like, I don't want this episode being like over 30 minutes because or else I don't know if you guys will even stick around for all 30 minutes because 30 minutes is a pretty long time. So we'll go with Orr first just because Orr is supposed to go undrafted. 64 overall, medium top 6. Not too bad. Not too good either. Korea, hopefully he is pretty good. He's probably just going to be like a low elite 50 something, I'd assume. Because that's usually what happens with the elites that go in like the 7th round. So let's see, Korea, low elite 54, exactly what I thought. Okay, so let's sim the rest of the draft, see if the computer could get us anything that I did not see. So we got Reasoner, Graves, Janus, Battaglia. Ooh, another Battaglia in Carolina. That's interesting because Bates Battaglia used to play here. And Zinger. Interesting name. Okay, so let's get onto the re-sign stage. Like I said, we are going to be releasing 4 players just to make room for youngsters, and then we're going to have to find in free agency a new second or first line center. So I was looking at potentially Matthew Barzal if he's available, and then we also need a 4th line left winger, which I think if we can, we might make a trade with Buffalo if he's not a free agent, just because he's a pretty good like defensive player for the left wing. I'll show you guys afterwards. So contracts, let's see, who do we have to re-sign this year? I think there was like only a couple. Like, I don't want to sign anybody to 2 long-term of deals. So UFAs, Hosang, Victor Rask. Like I said, Victor Rask is going. I'm going to already release him. Kapanen and Goche. Yeah, this is going to probably screw with the morale a lot, but we got to get those youngsters in. McCann, you're going to go as well. DeMello, you're going to go. You guys were just signed as depth. Smallman wants to come back for the AHL. Might as well sign him. He's not that bad. Hudson Ellenuk, not that bad either. Carrick, you know what? Carrick's getting old. We gotta release him. Grantham, our low elite left winger, is up to a 71, so he is ready for the AHL club. Rathje, might as well give him a contract as well. And Mikulski, he's not that good, so we'll release him. I might be able to actually do all this just on commentary because there's a lot of stuff that I already know. And Jelkovic does not want an extension, and he will not be re-signed as well just because Steen will be our backup this year. RFAs, let's see, Jersey. You know what? This guy's actually not that bad of an overall for the AHL club. He could just help out down there. He could be a replacement for like Carrick. So Kukkonen. Wait, actually, let's go to unsigned first. Corrado could get a contract. He's actually good enough. These other guys, Spiller's actually might be ready. You know what? Let's just give Spiller a contract. Or not yet necessarily. We got a couple top nines. See this guy's name, Carl Battaglia. Okay. Yeah, a lot of those guys aren't ready. So Zinger's a goalie and Graves is a goalie. Okay, so RFA wise, these guys are definitely getting contracts. You know, actually I'll leave those for like to do off camera. So yeah, I'm gonna do the rest of the contracts, guys, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Okay guys, so we got pretty much everybody back. We are going to release Louis Durainen, I think. Yeah, we're gonna release Lewis Ryan and maybe actually let's use him as a depth guy. I think. Yeah, well, let's use him as a depth guy because he's pretty solid. Just because he's probably better than what's available in free agency for depth guys. And then Josh Hosang, I don't know if we'll get him back. I could probably get him back. Maybe on a 1-year deal. Let's give him a 7.5. Because we have a lot of cap space now. And we're going to actually need a lot of cap space to be salary cap like compliant. So we should, if we get him back, we should have still like $22 million. A little bit more than $22 million in cap space, which is really good. Considering we have some big guys that need contracts next year. So, and then if we trade away Hayden Fleury eventually too, then it'll free up even more. So Hosang is accepted, and same with Lewis Ryan. So the team is ready to go for the upcoming season pretty much. We just need to make a free agent signing at least, because we need a, like I said, a 4th line left winger and a 2nd or 1st line center, and we have plenty of cap space to do that. So we could probably get these guys on 1-year deals. So first, before we check that, but actually let's just check first if Davidson's there, because if you guys know Johan Davidson of the Buffalo Sabres, he's actually a really good 4th line left wing in this. So, well, in terms of defensive stats, he was like a 70 something overall, but it looks like he must have got re-signed. So I'm gonna have to probably trade for him, which is not that bad. But we do need, like I said, a center. Middle stat. Yo, I got it. Even though he's a creative player, that's a pretty good player to sign. He's young, and he actually produces decently as well. But like, I don't know how is his like giveaways and stuff like that. He has more takeaways than giveaways. That's a good thing. Might want to bring him in, even though he is one of those guys I made, because damn, Barzell's not available. And I thought he was gonna not get re-signed because not Nashville, New York is pretty stacked. Yeah, I think Millsat's the one I want. There's other teams interested, but we might have the upper hand. Let's give him a. He's not asking for that much. Let's give him a 2-year deal, and let's give him 6.5. If he's not good, I like this entire season, maybe we trade him away. Hopefully, he gets some growth in the off season. Like, I could go always after someone like Dylan Strome instead, but yeah, I don't know about Dylan Strome. And then, like I said, we will probably trade for a 4th line left winger, which is Johan Davidson, if Buffalo is willing to give him up. Okay, so let's go propose trade. So Buffalo, do they still have Davidson? Hopefully they do. Yes. Oh, it's Michael Davidson, not Johan Davidson. My bad. Or Marcus Davidson. This guy is, yeah, he's got really good defensive stats, like 4.5 stars. But look at 90 defensive awareness. Like, he could help clean up that bottom 6, and he's got bare minimum trade value as well. And he's making how much? 1.92 for the next 2 years. And that's not bad. If we need to, we'll have to trade him away. But they want our 3rd, but I'm not giving up a 3rd for him. What if I offered just a 4th? That might go through. And it does not meet the block needs. Maybe we have a prospect that's not good that we could give up. Yeah, like this Wilson guy. That's definitely something we could give up. He's a low 7th D. And he looks like he even has more trade value, so this should work. Rejected. Okay, let's do Wilson and I pick. I don't know why they're not taking this deal. Let's do a 5th. Rejected still. Damn. Buffalo might not want to give him up, which is kind of surprising. How about a 4th? Rejected still. I'm not doing Wilson in a 3rd. I would do a 3rd straight up, but I don't want to do Wilson in a 3rd necessarily. Yeah, this should work. If it does not work, I would be mad. There you go. So it was a bit much to give up for a 4th liner, but whatever. We should be a competitive team this year, I think. So hopefully that works, and hopefully we get who was it that we offered the contract to? Middlestat. So sim to next season. Come on, Middlestat, please. There you go, Casey Middlestat, the created version of mine, not the actual one that EA made, is signed with us. So, anyways, guys, I will sim to next season and show you guys the lines. Okay, guys, so we ran into a bit of a problem. So as you can see, our team looks very nice and deep on the forward core, and our defense looks pretty strong. The only thing that's kind of weird is Brian Ward is still listed as a depth defenseman, but I'm still gonna play him anyways. And then also Sven Steen did not grow at all during the off season, so I'm gonna have to probably send him back to the minors just for one more season or something. And yeah, we're currently under salary cap, so I'm gonna have to sign some free agents, including finding a new backup. So that's a bit of a bummer. We're also gonna have to change up our AHL lines, I guess. But what is still available for free agents? Because we need a backup goalie. Because I don't want to play Sven Steen unless he's listed as a backup. So that might be halfway through the season that happens. There is still people available. So goalies, come on, there's got to be some goalie, 80 overall. Look who's available, LaFontaine, and he's actually listed as a backup. You know what, let's bring back up LaFontaine. You know, we literally just let him go like last year, I think. So he will be our backup. Wait, isn't that our former pick? Yeah, it is, Jeremy Helvig. So that would be our backup goaltender. And then, like I said, we'd still be under salary cap. The salary cap thing is going to screw with us. Because Gibbons isn't still in the minors for defenseman, but that's fine because he's listed as a minor top 2. So let's go advance today just because I want to get that backup in. Sorry if this episode is running long. I just didn't expect that Steen would not be ready yet. So Steen is going to get sent back down to the minors. If we could actually do that, even hopefully we can. So Sven Steen, and then call up LaFontaine again. Boom. There you go, that works. But we can't send down Barrett Hayton, which is okay, because I guess he's past his prime anyways. Let's see. So LaFontaine. I'm going to also have to sign a depth defenseman, I think, in next episode, because we don't actually have a depth defenseman. We only have Lewis Ryan and Hayton. And then AHL, let's see what our lines look like. Okay. We're going to have to fill around these lines as well. We got tons of good prospects down here. Like, eventually we're going to have to start trading some of them away. We do need more defensive prospects, it looks like, though. And yes, Sven Steen is definitely going to be our starter. Hopefully he grows into a backup by the deadline, and then I could flip away LaFontaine. And there you go, scratched. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so our lines are all set, and yeah, that's going to do it, guys, for this episode of our Carolina Hurricanes franchise mode. So next episode, we will start up the season simulation, and hopefully, I think we should have a good year. We're listed as a contender, but I feel like this team is going to be pretty good if, because I feel like Middlestat could definitely help out our first line, even though he puts up only 50-something points. And it's actually a line all of playmakers, so we might want to change up the lines a bit. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.